Monday, August 14th, 2023, Town of Lewisboro Town Board meeting. Here at the townhouse. Andrea Randall's not here tonight. We found out late tonight that she's not going to be participating. So we'll start with the actually the exits. For those here, exit front of the building, exit at the rear of the building. And if you will, join me with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, we'll start with public comment. For folks in the room, and anyone want to speak? Yeah, it's 3 minutes, just so you know, 3 minutes.
Are you, is it Tony Gonzalez?
Yes.
Just pull the mic in towards yourself and just give your name and your hamlet, please.
Okay, hi, I'm Mary Green. I spoke with you last week.
Yes, I remember.
How are you?
Good.
I am a resident of South Salem. I've been a resident with my husband, Tim, for 25 years. And the reason I'm here is I just want to put on the record some activity that's going on with the bear population, specifically at my house. If you want to see a bear, come to my house. So I want to make sure that everyone here knows, and I'm seeking some help in terms of educating the citizens because of the increased bear activity. There's been a female bear and 3 cubs that have been looking for food sources. They've been at my house 3 times in the last 2 weeks. And I don't have any food sources. I don't have bird feeders. We keep the garbage in the garage. Everything we do, there's no food sources. We back up to Leon Levy Preserves. So we believe that it is it's a passage from Leon Levy over to Ward Pound Ridge Reservation. And we're hearing also that this same particular mother bear and 3 cubs killed some chickens in a chicken coop just this week and also back in July. So we're hearing that activity is happening. It's causing a lot of anxiety just for me to be outside of my house. I have pets that we're concerned about. I know I've created a group in the neighborhood and we're all sharing concerns about this particular bear, but also the increase of bear activity in our neighborhood. I know I share this, I am a wildlife lover. I am not looking for these bears to come into harm's way, to be euthanized. I think what I'm seeking is more education for the citizens. I mean, we have learned so much in the last couple of weeks about what to do and what not to do. I've also heard from some neighborhood people that they think it might be fun to feed the bears. They're not part of my group, but this is not something that we want. Whatever we can do to minimize the activity so that we all can stay safe, that's the goal. I don't know if fines are a possibility for people who have bird feeders. I understand that it is something that happens in other places. And also, if the bears do become aggressive, is relocation something that you all have as a policy? I know you can't respond, but we're hoping that bear relocation is not happening in Leon Levy Preserves. And if that happens, that you all would be aware of it. And the citizens could find out, because it's literally our backyard for many of us. And I'd like to feel safe. I know my husband shares the same. We'd like to feel safe going out onto our property with our animals. The other thing. Oh, okay. Go ahead. A little on edge. Yeah. Okay. The other thing is, would there be some sort of communication that could go out to the citizens if there is a sighting? I mean, I'm doing my best to alert my own neighbors, but you all have greater resources than we do. So could there be a way for us to find out, just so we can stay aware?
Right.
So thank you so much for your time and consideration.
Thank you very much, Mary. Thank you. Anybody else on Zoom? Anybody?
There's no one on Zoom.
No. Okay.
Okay, so communications, I just have one item. This was a notice from the New York State Department of Health. It's regarding the Oak Ridge plant expansion to put in the system that's going to remove PFAS from the water. They finally approved the plan for the project. So just to summarize here what they wrote. We have this day, this is on August 8th, 2023. It's addressed to Robert Flores of Delaware Engineering, and they forwarded to me a copy. They approved the engineering report, plans and specifications for the above referenced project. The project includes the installation of a granular activated carbon treatment system for the removal of PFAS, construction of a GAC building, replacement of booster pumps, jockey pumps, and high flow pump in kind, and replacement of piping. Having said that, they followed up with an email to me to state that, or to the team, which includes Delaware Engineering, that the EFC, this is New York State Environmental Facilities Corp., together with the Department of Health team, will work on presenting the town's project to an upcoming approval committee / board to begin the closing process. This is the closing of the grant agreement. The approval committees take approximately 3 months. Members have to be ready first. So we have still some ways to go, but the important step is that we got past the DOH, or Department of Health approvals, which was a major step, and it took a while. So we'll continue moving forward with New York City FC, as well as the federal EPA on the grants that we're going to be using for this project. So just want to make everyone aware of that. And I'll get a message out to the Oak Ridge email blast, so folks there are aware. And that's all I have for the communications. We'll start with consent agenda. So motion to approve the consent agenda, which includes the minutes, the building department report, and the police department report. So moved. We have a second?
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Okay, under old business, we have the approval. It's a resolution approving the enhanced 911 intermunicipality agreement and authorizing the supervisor to sign. So this was something that we had discussed a few months back. There were going to be some proposed by council, have proposed some changes to the agreement, but then after discussion with the county, those changes were not required because of an existing agreement.
Existing agreement with the NOSP from some time back.
And this, sorry to interrupt,
The
but
New York
this relates,
State Police.
Yeah.
yeah, and this relates to the agreement states that there's a requirement for us to have the PSAP, the public service answering.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
But we had a detailed conversation about it back in the end of June. And they were okay with as they've agreed, right, and they have that with virtually every municipality,
Right.
county, a lot of whom share the same circumstance. So they have set back at this moment.
Right.
So they do want the agreement to have on file.
So
Okay.
there was a prior IMA that expired by its terms, and we're just reactivating it essentially.
This is the renewed INA.
Correct.
With Westchester County Government Service.
Correct.
At home IMA is,
It's municipality agreement.
So you reviewed this and it's acceptable?
We actually had it on the agenda in May, and there was one point that I picked up that I just wanted to speak to us about. And
Right.
That's what happened here. Kind of fell through the cracks here in the law.
Okay, so this is a motion for the supervisor to sign the agreement?
Correct.
if I may,
Authorizing. Go ahead.
may I move that
Absolutely.
you have the authority to sign this agreement?
Okay.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. So new business, we have the approval or a resolution approving Oak Ridge hauling application for a license to collect and dispose of refuse and recyclables. So this is just it's the annual approval that we go through to allow them to operate in the town of Lewisboro.
A renewal and their insurance is up to date.
Janet, any issues or concerns or with this
No.
entity? So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Discussion? I'll bring up one point. This came up today. And Janet, you and I have received calls about them when they start too early in the morning. And there was a question that went to the planning board chair about that. So I think maybe as part of these renewals, we inform them again of
Yeah,
our,
I don't recall, and I haven't had one recently,
right,
but
right.
it's 6 a.m. It's
Okay.
not 7 a.m.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
6 a.m. for garbage use.
Right.
Recycling.
Okay, great, thank you. All in favor? Aye. Next one is similar, but it's for AAA carting and rubbish removal. Same thing, application for license to collect and dispose of refuse and recyclables.
Same question. John.
I have had no complaints with AAA.
Yeah. But I think in general, maybe we should remind them. I don't know if that's part, I don't think that actually I saw the form that's filled out. It's not in there. Maybe we want to put that in the future going forward so that they're aware.
Letter out.
Generally
Okay.
remind them.
Generally remind me, yeah. Because we have complaints about, not specifically these guys, but of them operating at 4:30 in the morning and waking people up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I move that we approve the renewal of the AA carting and rubbish license for disposal and refuse and recyclables.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Next item is a resolution approving Walkabout Country Club's application for a cabaret license. And again, this is something they apply for every year. It's pretty standard.
Any issues or concerns with this, Janet? Neighbors or anybody?
Yeah, fine, and the cabaret license allows you music. And it allows your music to go until midnight. They always try to cut it off before midnight. But we've had no issues.
Okay,
So moved.
have a second?
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, so that's it for new business. Public comment number 2. Anyone here? It's a massive crowd. On Zoom?
No.
No, okay. All right, great. It's easy. Okay, next we have approval of claims, which we distributed to the board on Friday. So I'd like to motion that we approve claims. Do I have a second? Okay, discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, polling of the board. Start with Mary.
On August 15th at the Lewisboro Library, there will be a training session for adults and teenagers 15 and older about stopping the bleed, making sure it's in collaboration with the American College of Surgeons Committee and the Lewisboro Volunteer Ambulance Corps, as well as the Emergency Management Committee are making this happen. It's part of the Community Safety Series coordinated by the Lewisboro Library, LVAC, and the Emergency Management Committee. You do have to register for it, so go to lewisborolibrary.org and click on that event and register away.
That's tomorrow, you said, right? You have the hours on that?
It's I believe it's at 7 p.m. Let me just scroll up a little bit. And yes, it is at 7 p.m. And also I want to say it was just an honor to be able to attend the South Salem Fire Department's annual parade and carnival. It was really a lot of fun, and hopefully they raised a lot of money for it. And that's it for me, other than reminding people also that it's Plan Your Will Month for the month of August. So I know it's not exactly a happy, but it's an important thing. You've got to keep,
Thank you.
make sure everything's in line for your family.
Thanks, Rich.
Thanks, Tony. And just to pick up on that, as far as the parade, which was terrific, I want to just publicly thank Gossett Nursery for their the party that they put out, the food and music, and just incredible sense of community as we head into the parade. And just make sure you frequent Gossett and
Shop
also
local.
shop local, and also the Saturday I think it's 9 AM to 1 PM when they have the farmer's market stuff. I think that's the
That's right.
part of the year.
Yes.
So make sure
It's
you,
year round, actually.
yeah, so make sure you check that out. And I also attended on Saturday for the carnival. So the rain cleared, we had a nice time, and I think the weather was a little bit tough, but I know Wednesday was great. I think Friday did really well, so hopefully they finished strong. So it's real important all year round. If you can't volunteer and be part of the fire department, which is plenty of opportunities to do so, both going out and administrative, there's plenty of opportunities. Please do what you can to financially support all of our first responders, all the agencies in our community, which based on volunteer contributions of time and effort, we could not do what we do in our community without them. Thanks.
Okay, thank you, Rich.
Yeah. First of all, I'd like to recognize that it's Left-Handers Day. At least Facebook told me that. So, you know, everybody's out there. Yeah. On the Bears, I had the good fortune to be in Rye one evening at their board and sat through a whole 1 hour thing put on by the DEC about, you know, the whole bear issue, because evidently they had some bear scares there, and they did a really good job, and that was a good educational piece. I don't know, we could invite them to do the same here. There are already videos of those presentations available as well, but sometimes, you know, a live thing just tends to get a little more attention, maybe.
That's exclusively a state thing. The county doesn't really take any role in that, I don't think.
It's DC.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's more DC, and I do recall there was a question here about, you know, wondering whether the some of the bears were being maybe captured and released locally, and as far as I remember from that, that's not the case. They're taken up, you know, into the deep Catskills or wherever that might be. So you know, that is something we could explore if this is really a problem, but I think anyway, there's resources out there from DC, and we could always put some things out on email. So I'll send some links.
Website.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
used to have something on there.
Probably.
Okay.
We
If
can,
you find some links, we can put it up on.
Yeah.
I'll look and send it to you in general.
So is LPD recommending if somebody has a sighting, should they call LPD or not? Or what's the best? I guess we should put information as far as the best point of you know, point of
I mean,
contact.
they typically move on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
let's get our sort of best practices.
Yeah,
yeah.
together
Yeah,
before-
we'll find out and
Yeah.
post it on the
the
website.
key thing is not to put food out or to make sure your garbage pails are locked, and eventually they'll get tired of coming to a location where there's no food.
You would
And then
think.
move on.
Yeah.
That's so I hear.
Yeah. Secondly, I just want to throw out there that I think it might, so we were chatting about this at the parade about going out and looking for a grant writer at this point, because there's so many different programs out there now that it's just really hard to stay up with them and go after all the opportunities that are possible. So I'd recommend that we do that. Let's put together an RFI and interview a few and see what we got.
Yep.
So that's the thing there. And then lastly, I just want to recognize the tragedy in Maui, and it's just unspeakable. And one of my co-workers has family there that lost their home. Luckily, they're alive, but so it's in fact it was Nick. You guys have met Nick.
Oh,
so
yeah.
So he's pretty, and he had the bad fortune of also being from California and just living only like 10 miles away from the campfire
Oh,
that occurred there. So he's like been, you know, affected by both of these. So it's just another of the many signals that we have to get to work on climate change issues and get serious about it, because it's all coming home.
Okay, thank you, Dan. So yeah, to your point about the grant writing, yeah, I actually met with somebody from Millennium Strategies when I went to the Association of Towns trainings that they had down in New York City back in February, March. And yeah, we've been in touch, but yeah, I'd like to explore that route. Just to have them do the legwork of identifying opportunities where we may be missing. And there's a lot of them out there. The Fireman's Carnival, yeah, that was great. This is the first time in a long time attending the parade because I've always been away during at least parade day. So it was great to be there, be on the grandstand or the reviewing stand and watching the parade. And then, of course, enjoying the carnival, which, every year it's a hit, it seems, and it does such a great job. So thanks to Sasson Fire Department and all our first responders for doing what they do. Yeah, definitely a great event for the town. And Gossett, yeah, that was great. The pre-parade party, that was really awesome. They did a nice job putting that together. The only other thing I have is library. So I was there Saturday helping out with a book collection.
Oh my gosh, yes,
It's okay.
that's right. I completely forgot about that.
And so, yeah, that was lots of fun. So if anyone out there is willing to do some volunteer hours on Saturday morning between 8:30, if you can make it that early, or at least 9 o'clock. Latest 9 o'clock, I would say, till about 1 p.m. We can certainly use the help. So come on out for that. It's lots of fun. And they have donuts, coffee.
The other thing is, I forgot to mention, as far as the library fair goes, if you are a community organization and would like to have a table, please reach out to the library. If you are a business and would like to sponsor the library fair, also feel free to reach out, and we could always use a hand with volunteers. So Lewisboro
Thank you. And the other thing is, I just wanted to thank the board members for the last board meeting, which I was not able to attend. The special meeting for the bond referendum. So thanks for being there in my absence. And
Did you bring my t-shirt from Portugal?
no t-shirt, sorry. I can get you one though. One of my old ones.
Okay.
Okay, moving right along. So announcements. The next town board meeting is Monday, August 28th, 2023 at 7:30 p.m. here at the Townhouse, 11 Main Street in South Salem. So at this point, I'd like to motion to go into executive session to discuss personnel and appointment.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?